Hello, my name is Tyler Strong, and I will be presenting the speech titled The Spirit and Culture of Okinawa, Japan. My audience members consist of my mom, Braden, and my sister. So, guys, imagine this. You're barefoot on a polished wooden floor inside an old Okinawan dojo. It's quiet, you bow to your opponent, and the air is charged with respect. Centuries of tradition and what I used to experience when I lived in Okinawa. So, today I want to take you to a small chain of islands south of mainland, a place rich in culture, discipline, and longevity. This island isn't just known for its beautiful beaches, it's known for shaping one of the most powerful martial arts in the world and for being home to some of the healthiest and happiest people on the planet. So, by the end of the speech, I hope that you'll understand three things: why Okinawa is culturally unique, why karate is so deeply rooted in the island's identity, and how their lifestyle might hold the secret to living longer and more meaningful lives. So, Okinawa wasn't always part of Japan. For hundreds of years, it was its own independent kingdom called the Ryukyu Kingdom. Because of its location between Japan, China, and Southeast Asia, Okinawa became a melting pot of cultures, which you can still see today, and it's it's a lot in their clothes and their architecture. So, many older Okinawans speak a dialect called Uchinaguchi, which is completely different from standard Japanese. They also have their own customs and holidays, such as the Oban Festival, which is in mainland Japan. It's celebrated quietly with family, but in Okinawa, it's a lively event with drumming, dancing, and big community celebrations. It's moments like these that show how proud Okinawans are of their Ryukyuan heritage. Okinawa is also the birthplace of traditional karate. This isn't the flashy tournament style like Karate Kid stuff. This is what Mr. Miyagi taught. So, Okinawan karate was developed centuries ago as a practical means of self-defense, especially during times when weapons were banned, and over time it became more than just a way to fight, it became a way to live. So I started trading while we were living in Okinawa. And let me tell you, it wasn't just about learning how to throw a punch or block a kick. Every moment had a purpose. Every lesson came with a story, and we were taught discipline, respect, and mindfulness. In many dojos in Okinawa, before you even begin practicing or training, you spend time cleaning the floors, not as a chore, but as a way to show humility and care for your space. That kind of mindset is deeply embedded in the Okinawan way of life, and that's why a lot of those traditional Okinawans live secluded and to themselves, because they built that sense of care for where they live and they don't want that tainted by outside people. So, many of the traditional karate styles like Gochu Ryo and Seidokan are still practiced exactly as they were hundreds of years ago. The masters, some in their 80s or 90s, mine was in his mid 70s when I was learning, still teach daily. And that leads to something else in Okinawa is famous for is longevity. Okinawa has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. It's part of what's called a blue zone, a place where people commonly live to be over 100, but it's not just about how long they live, it's how well they live. The Okinawan diet is simple but powerful: lots of vegetables, sweet potatoes, tofu, fish, and very little processed meats, processed foods in general. They eat until they're 80% full, or what they feel like, and practice hara hachibu. But even more important than the food, it's the sense of purpose they carry. In Okinawa, everyone talks about their ikigai, which is their reason for getting up in the morning, or their purpose. Whether it's tending a garden or practicing karate or spending time with friends, that purpose keeps them mentally and physically active well into old age. They also place a high value on community. It's common for Okinawans to be part of moai, which is a lifelong group of friends who support each other through every stage of life until they're all gone. They start from when they meet till the day that they're in the ground. And these strong social bonds help reduce stress, fight loneliness, and contribute to their long lives. So, to round this out, Okinawa is a culturally rich island with roots of Ryukyu Kingdom, setting it apart from the rest of Japan and becoming its own before it became a part of Japan. It's the birthplace of karate, a martial art that teaches more than just self-defense, but a lifestyle and a way to live your life. And it teaches character. Okinawans live long and healthy lives thanks to their mindset, their diet, their beliefs, and how they hold themselves throughout life. And it's their deep connections to one another. They rely on each other to keep them going and getting up in the morning. So I will never forget my time in Okinawa, and every training session taught me something beyond martial arts. I learned how to be still, how to be strong, and how to live with purpose. So whether you've never thrown a punch or there's something we can all take away from Okinawa, and that's a lesson of how to live a life full of discipline, connection, and meaning. That is my presentation. So, Mom.
Wait.
And then I had one more guest join, my dad.